To present the Bill of Rights Award is a filmmaker whose vision has raised the evil dead, mustered the army of darkness, carried out a simple plan, and made Spider-Man spin his web. As they say, with great power comes great responsibility, and with great talent comes Sam Raimi. Give him a round of applause. Sam Raimi.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. John Ford hated producers. On the first day of production, he'd introduce the producer to the cast and crew by saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is the producer. It is the last time you will ever see him." But Ford never had a producer like Bill Block. Bill is a man who understands both the business and the art of making a film. He understands the meaning of the films he makes. His films have fine themes, themes that reverberate with the audience. And Bill, as an individual, has a great love of life. He's got a very positive sense about him. Bill gives you a positive charge on the set. And that's very important, whether you're making a $200 million superhero picture, wrestling with the budget, or whether you're making a $20 little independent picture and struggling with the idea, wondering whether the audience will ever relate to the picture, understand the message you're trying to give out. It's important to have a producer like Bill Block in your corner. He's a friend of the artist. I first met Bill when I came to Los Angeles about 33 years ago. I had made my first independent little 16mm horror film, and I was trying to get it sold. And I remember I came to Hollywood with my partner and producer, Rob Tappert, my good friend. We didn't have any money. We didn't know anybody. We were broke, and we didn't have anywhere to stay. So we pooled our change together. We walked around Hollywood Boulevard, found the cheapest motel, and that's where we spent the night. The next morning, which I didn't know, the LA Times was going to review that little cheap horror movie I made, and they gave it a positive review. So at 6 o'clock in the morning in this unknown hotel room, the phone jangles and rings off the hook. My partner stumbles to the phone, he picks it up, "Hello," and he says, "Sam, it's for you." So I thought, this is weird. My parents don't know that I'm here. We just kind of wandered into this hotel. We kind of picked the cheapest place because we were broke. There's no way anyone could know. And I got kind of a freaky feeling like I was in a twilight zone as that phone was slow motion handed out to me. And I thought, who's on the other end of that phone? Is it like death or something? And I pick up the phone and I say, "Yes, this is Sam Raimi. May I ask who this is?" "Bill Block, your agent." "I don't have an agent." "You do now." And that's how I met Bill. And somehow he had found me in millions of people, through millions of people in Los Angeles. I still don't know, Bill, how you did that. That was kind of weird. But that audacity and tenacious quality of his and his self-confidence and his charm won me over. And finally, his great taste. So I've become a big fan of Bill's, and he became my agent at that moment, and watched him create great pictures since then as a producer and a financier. And I didn't know what a good friend of mine he would become. So I'm honored here to be able to present him an award tonight. Yes, Bill is getting an award tonight. He's getting an award because he's had the courage and the means to get some pictures made that otherwise probably would not have been made had it not been for him. You just saw some of them on the video. District 9 was a metaphor for apartheid. Elysium was about another kind of apartheid, the kind that's turned America into two societies, the haves and the have-nots. And this is how Bill gets his messages across to these stories, these myths, and they reverberate with the audience. And it's very important to tell the proper view of things, or a good view of things. It gives people goals and aspirations. That's what great myths and stories do. It shows you what's possible. So, I don't know if Bill would have been welcome on a John Ford set. Probably not. But he's welcome on mine, and he's certainly welcome here tonight. It's my great honor to present the 2013 Bill of Rights Award to you, sir, Mr. Bill Block.
Thank you so much. I'm very proud to be here tonight and to be honored with this award from the ACLU. Your organization has done so much to bring about change in our society, and change isn't always easy, and it can take years to make it happen, even in Hollywood. But we keep pressing forward for what we believe in. It's very easy in this game to point the finger at studio executives, but I've always found they're in a very difficult position. They're tasked with developing outsized hits, and to do so, they have to delay or say no to movies that are too edgy or outside the box, or that contain unpopular truths and test the First Amendment. Ironically, there's great marketability in the controversial film, once the controversial film is financed. The path to accomplish that involves considerable financial engineering, but fortunately, there are still a number of equity, debt, and tax credit sources of capital looking to be part of the launch of these movies. The international marketplace, too, oddly enough, supports edgier U.S. product. When we made W with Oliver Stone, the financial backing came from our overseas distributors, the Chinese, French, Germans, the Swiss and Australians, as well as a healthy tax rebate from the state of Louisiana. The publicly traded companies that own the studios were loath to produce a movie about an alcoholic, draft-dodging, failed businessman who happened to become commander-in-chief of this country. However, they were willing to distribute it. Thank you, Felt. When QED shopped District 9, we only had a treatment. There was no stars, there was no budget, not even a script. And of course, 5 studios passed. As one said, who wants to see a movie about alien apartheid? However, once the financing was committed, 5 studios did want to distribute it. An artist with vision in corporate Hollywood needs protection, and it's not just because their ideas may be unpopular and that they're up against a development mandate for broad-based entertainment. I've come to a different theory. The artist with vision doesn't give us much to do. The artist who has something to say doesn't need us giving him or her notes. I'm able to be here tonight because David Ayer, the director of our newest film, Fury, is running a show in London. I don't need to be scrutinizing him. It's his movie. Fury, which is about a tank battalion fighting across enemy lines in Nazi Germany. We hope to offer the most realistic depiction of armored fighting and tank warfare ever shown on screen. What's not so well known is the American casualty rate in these battles was over 90%. Basically, everyone who got in a Sherman tank died. Even today, few of us understand that it was the superiority of German engineering which took down so many American Shermans and cost so many lives. 50,000 were needed to defeat only 10,000 Panzers and Tigers. And therein lies an uncomfortable fact about the history of our manufacturing. The German tanks were built by Ferdinand Porsche and the Shermans by Henry Ford. Edgy films like this are an honor to be a part of. And unfortunately, we have the ACLU to protect these visions. The ACLU has protected speech in the movies even before the movies had speech. Just as the Bill of Rights recognizes the independent voice of the press, of the dissident, of the people, we need to continue to recognize the independent voice of the artist and continue to help them find ways to bring their work to the public. I'm humbled and honored to be here and to receive this award. I'd like to thank the ACLU, Tom Ortenberg, my incredible team at QED, my international partners, and my family, and everyone who has turned out tonight to support this invaluable cause. Thank you.